Welcome to my video with my AFL tips and bets for the week. Unfortunately, I didn't get this out on the Wednesday like I normally do, but it is out Thursday morning in time for the game starting Thursday night. Let's have a look at how we did last week. First, as far as predicting the winners, we got all of them except for Brisbane beating GWS. Now, Brisbane was up by about 20 in that game, but GWS did come home the stronger team and ended up winning that game. Still, we ended up with 6 of the 7 games. That takes our record now to 73 wins, 1 draw out of the 96 games. If we had a look at how we did on the line, just based on our predicted margins, we basically got 4 of the 7. Now that brings us back to exactly 50-50. So no edge there, based on just taking whatever team we think should cover the line. And that's because we are pretty close to the line in most cases, so not surprised that it's pretty close to 50-50. Need to do some analysis on when we're at least 5-6 points away from the line and see how we go in those instances. If we have a look at the bets that we had last week, essentially we had 2 value bets which were happening for 1.26 units. That's taken the value bets up to a profit of almost 5 units, just short of that at the moment. If we look at those that were basically a predicted margin of 18 plus, we had 5 bets there last week, and with the 1 loss with Brisbane, it meant that we basically made break even, 0.04 units, which got us up to just over 4 units in profit again. And if you had stuck to where there was value and it was an 18 point predicted margin, 18 points plus, there was only the 1 bet there on the Western Bulldogs. They ended up winning, which gives us at the moment just over half a unit in profit for that. So let's have a quick look at this round and get these up so you can get the bets on. Now, the odds I took were from yesterday, so the odds may have moved slightly, probably against the positions that I've put on, but see what you can get. Hopefully some of them have moved in your directions. Look at the betting exchanges. That's where you generally are going to get the best odds. Okay, let's have a look at Fremantle versus Essendon. I have taken Fremantle at 78%. The predicted margin is 26. The odds are only $1.19. We'll take Essendon to cover the margin of 29.5 points, given that our predicted margin was 26. Geelong versus Brisbane, we've got Geelong here. It's 70%. It's basically because Brisbane kind of faded the last game. We've got a predicted margin there of 17. Odds are at $1.46. Geelong should cover that 15.5 point spread. Carlton versus North Melbourne, we're going for Carlton here. 77% chance of winning. The predicted margin is 27. $1.31 is pretty good odds for that predicted margin. We'll take Carlton to cover the spread there of 24.5 as well. Port Adelaide versus Sydney. That's an interesting game. Only a 56% chance of Port Adelaide winning. Sydney has been absolutely horrible this season, which was not the expectation earlier in the season. So Port Adelaide by 5. They are $1.59. That's way too short for a predicted margin of 5. So we'll take Sydney to cover that at 9.5. Collingwood versus St Kilda. Collingwood 76%. That's a pretty easy prediction. 24 points, $1.21. There's a spread of 30.5. We're going to take St Kilda to cover that spread with that start of 30.5. That's a 6-point difference, so it'll be interesting to see how that one actually goes. GWS versus Gold Coast. We're going to take the Gold Coast GWS is at home. It's 51% chance of the Gold Coast at this point. I've only got them by 2 points. Their odds at the time when I went to place bets was $2.14. I'm going to take the Gold Coast to obviously cover the spread there because I am looking at the upset there already. And Western Bulldogs versus Richmond, very easy tip here of Western Bulldogs with a 91% chance of winning. The odds are $1.07, which is still under a 91% chance of winning, so there's no value there. We expect them to win by 52 points, and we'll take the Western Bulldogs covering that line of 48.5, which is a massive line. I really don't see the Western Bulldogs losing that, so $1.07 may still be a worthwhile bet. Having a look at those which pick up the value this round. So we have Geelong at $1.46. We have Carlton at $1.31. And we had the Gold Coast at $2.14. Now, these were the odds when I put them in. You can see what odds you're trying to beat there to get a value play in. So if any of the other odds have moved out, they may be worthwhile if you can get more than what is in this fair odds column. So we've got the 3 bets there. As far as the 18-point plus predicted margin, we've got 4 bets this week. It will be Fremantle as the first one. Carlton. We have Collingwood and Western Bulldogs. Now, if all of those win, we'll only make 0.78 units. So if one of those lose, we will end up with a losing week. Hopefully we get all 4 of those though and push the profits a bit higher. The only one which matches for both is going to be Carlton at this stage. So let's see how that will go. 0.31 if we win. That's it for today. Good luck with your tipping comps. I am still holding first by a couple of wins in the Betfair VIP tipping comp. Doing fairly good in the overall site ladders, right up at the pointy end of the comps based on these tips. Hopefully we can pick up these 2 50-50 games this round. Everyone is going to tip Fremantle, Geelong, Carlton, Collingwood and Western Bulldogs. That's expected. It will be what happens with the Port Adelaide Sydney games and GWS Gold Coast games for tipping. Good luck if you are having a bet on these, and good luck in your tipping comps. Keep an eye out. I'm going to put a video out about a strategy that I'm going to be following in regards to cricket. It's going to be just the occasional bets put up each week or each few weeks. If you're interested in making a profit and following along with that, I will get the details up of the first few bets that have gone on and outline what that strategy is over the next year. And I'll get videos up for everyone to see how it goes pretty much, hopefully live, but definitely should be able to get the videos up before each game. There'll be a couple of games that I'll use as an example. Being the current Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh game that's on, and the England versus India game, which is coming up on Friday. Look for that on the weekend. And I'm going to leave it there, and good luck if you're having a bet, and good luck in your tipping comps. Thanks for watching.